Shall we bring the other amazing beings in to join you?
Yeah, never mind, Alexa.
I'm here.
So we'll start.
Great. And Katrin, would you like Heather and I to welcome you all into the Cosmic Lounge in the way that we, not the lounge, sorry, that's the name of my backyard, the Cosmic Community Circle. Okay, great. Welcome, everyone. Welcome in. We're so happy to be. I'm going into gallery view. We have all of the amazing women that are presenting spotlighted. So welcome to the Cosmic Beloved Community Circle. And I think it's the 6th day of World Unity Week. The theme today is abundance. Abundance is how I like to look at that word. And we are so, so blessed to have a second offering here from Katrin and Simone are back. And we have just been, I think Simone really said it, floating is something that I have been feeling as the week has been unfolding. We opened up this room in 24 hours of dance for peace on earth, for the opening of the 99 days of peace through unity. And Shine Heather Elizabeth also shared an incredible offering this week in this space, the Imagine Peace Promise. And just, Heather, what else would you like to say to welcome everyone into this room and these amazing women?
Thank you, Sister Summer Joy. Welcome, 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 goddesses. We are so blessed to have you all here as we're still being bathed in these incredible solstice energies, adding so much power and purpose to our shared intentions of co-creating peace on earth. And just so blessed to have you and experience your wisdom and your synergy and what you have cooking in your cauldrons. I know there's an amazing event coming up soon that you all are co-creating. So we're just so blessed to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to the other goddesses who are here to share this sacred space with us. Welcome.
Yes. And the title of this presentation, this experience, really, this opportunity and contribution to peace on earth at this hour is Be One, the unification of the 5 elements in your multidimensional self. So please, amazing women, I'm so excited. I'm on the edge of my seat. Let's go.
Thank you. Wow, thank you. I'm gonna just, bring us together as this sisterhood of energy and speak to something I wanted to share to open this portal by way of the words of a great writer who wrote the sacred instructions. Sherry Mitchell, to me, she harnessed so much of who we are, why we are, where we are in this world at this time. And so I just wanted to, I'm going to read something just as an opening prayer and thought really around sort of what it is that we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing here on this great Mother Earth. So every living thing has its own creation song, its own language, its own story. In order to live harmoniously with the rest of creation, we must be willing to listen and respect all of the harmonies that are moving around us. If we listen closely, we can hear this creation song echoing in our bones. It exists in a vibrational frequency that emanates throughout the entire universe and resonates deep within all of us. This tone is the voice of creation, the voice that first spoke and brought all life into form. Each individual soul carries its own unique vibrational tone that is built upon that universal tone. And that individualized tone carries the seed of that being's life path. So in my mind, to remember these words is to remember why we are here. So welcome, ladies, and thank you for this opportunity to be with you all.
Thank you so much, Deborah. We will shortly, briefly introduce ourselves. I see that Summer already shared some information about us in the chat. And just some personal words. I'm Katrin Lambert, and my passion is the deep cleansing of all attachments and blockages and karmic stuff and whatever it is you have collected in your lifetimes on this planet or wherever in the universe, and transform it to release all this old energies and raise the vibration of the people I work with and my friends. And this is my passion and my offering. Astrid.
Yes, hello. I'm Astrid Freia from Germany. As a medium and link to the origin of one's own destiny, it is my passion to help people so powerfully, efficiently, and softly at the same time. I love to discover new possibilities with my clients in every life situation, which always give them more courage than fear. I had a lot of fear in former times, and give them more self-love than self-rejection. I know that as well. My gift as a potential developer goes where you are led past all the grievances, and self-sabotage into your very own destiny. That's what I'm going for. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Was it me next? I'm next.
Yeah.
I'm Alexa Rose. Nice to meet you. I'm frozen on my screen. No, okay, I'm back. Okay. And I am very, very thankful to be here. And my mission is essentially to continue to remember beauty and to remember love. And my mission for the last quite a few years is seeds of remembrance. So I see myself as planting and watering seeds of remembrance to remember really who we are on this planet. And I do that through the creation of shrines or altars, and through connecting to the lands around me, through working with gemstones, mantra, and embodiment practices, music. And so I guess I just really feel the magic of the earth. And I guess you could say my mission is to support in the remembrance of that, of who we are as elemental magical humans walking in different bodies. So nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Simone, and the one thing I'm very passionate about is the symbology and the power that it holds. As one of my gifts of receiving and channel these frequencies and signs and symbols, I recognize that they can be used in so many different ways by every single one of us. And my mission is to help everyone to raise their frequencies, to help the planet to ascend and to transform whatever has to be transformed in your vibrations or frequencies, in your whole energy system and in your bodies.
Thank you, ladies. Well, my name is Deborah Anderson. I'm so honored to be doing this for the second time. When I first came on, it was really speaking about the film that I made, Women of the White Buffalo, which really speaks to our indigenous roots and really speaks to the Native American Indians here in the US, and also to me a mirror to all indigenous peoples around the world, and myself being of that, the indigenous connection to Mother. I realized over the years as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, that really it's about holding that channel, the recognizing what is truly happening on this planet. And over these years, what I've learned is that we have absolutely forgotten who we are. And so I've been using my gifts as a filmmaker, as a seer in many different ways to share these stories. So having met all these incredible women over the past few years, really weaving them through the trying to get women of the white buffalo out into the world, I also went through so many beautiful opportunities to heal some of my own traumas and past stories that hadn't been healed by way of using the modem that is the unseen world and connecting to the unseen world, which I believe is as important as the seen world. And because of these incredible women that have been in my life over the years, having worked with them for other people and for, you know, for myself, we created this opportunity to bring us all together and help other people by way of creating the one sanctuary. And as I grew up in Barbados and have lived there most of my life, on and off, I recognize the power of Barbados as a place, a meeting point to bring all these women together to help create this sanctuary that will help others find really who they are, what it is they need to be doing in their lives to shift that disconnect to that higher state of consciousness. So I think with all the gifts of all these incredible women, we're going to get an opportunity to create this container in Barbados in November. So this is why we all decided to come together and speak here for the first time, really, as a group of healers and master teachers, which is very exciting. So thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. And our topic today is talking about the elements. And I know that Alexa wanted to share something about that. And it was so profound. We will ask her to repeat this.
Yeah, I think the reason that we arrived to this conversation of the elements and working with it in the One Sanctuary as the foundation of our journey together is because they quite literally are the foundational building blocks of all of us, right? So it's the elements, it's funny how abstract they can seem. And I think that's possibly just because of our need to reconnect with them. But quite literally, these are the foundational building blocks of reality, the 5 elements, and it can be argued that there are a few more, of course. So allowing ourselves to really dive into the elements and remember those aspects of ourselves, we touch on the threads that are universal. We touch on the threads that connect us all, that do make us all one. And we're all these different combinations of a certain amount of elements. You know, there's certain people that are more earthy and they get described that way, or airy fairy, or they flow, or, you know, we use these like concepts. And so the real vision is for us to land in the concepts and actually feel them in our own bodies and move them through us and remember who we are through being who we are. And so yeah, that's, I think, really the quick reason why we would choose these universal basic elements, so that we can, and then also when we converse with one another around these topics, we all have little clues and keys to offer. There's something to speak of from all of us. We all have memories of different memories of our relationship to actual dirt, right? Or looking at a root, or then gazing at a leaf, or then feeling a certain breeze and having a memory associated to that breeze, or feeling the sense of pure river water compared to the ocean, or you know, we have, and then fire, sitting at a fire, compared to gazing at a candle, compared to feeling the sun. And so we have, like, these are all touch points that can bring us back to to a sense of connection to one another and to this planet that we move in and around and on. So that's really the reason, is because we have them at our fingertips at all times. This is made of all of them. This is made of all of them. This is made of all of them. You know, like we have it at our fingertips, in us and around us. And I think that oftentimes when we feel so separate, the elements are the keys that bring us together, you know? So that's really why we have chosen to enter this world, this work, through what we are and see what we have. And then that's also where the blocks get illuminated, right? It's like, oh, wow, I'm feeling extra heavy. What is that associated to? Or it makes it just so much more practical. And with all of these amazing new age concepts, they're wonderful. And at the same time, I think what really, really will help us is to ground into the more simple ways. You know, we know that the breath is so great of an access point to all of it. So yeah, that's a little bit of why we chose to invoke and work with the elements.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I think, yeah, Astrid was going to then take us into...
Yes, I translated a little in text because my origin language is German, but please enjoy some very, very ancient symbols from the Germania, from the European old culture. And I would like to accompany you now to your very own place of power of the future through the element Earth. Can you imagine how beautiful it feels to honor and understand the physical body 100%? Let us nourish and take care for it with the best thoughts and intentions. Your material, psychological, and spiritual roots, especially through peace with your parents, will blossom into a beautiful tree in fertile soil. If you despise, I hope it's correct, if you despise your parents or other ancestors, reject or hate, you despise or hate yourself. It's about freeing and pacifying yourself, and you can't do that if you still hold grudges against them. Now we still release the remnants of entanglements, diseases, and disabilities. At the same time, we still accept unopened, precious gifts from them. This will help you to always feel firmly rooted and secure in troubled, uncertain times. I'm a teacher for druids of the New Age, and I now call upon the rune Odal to support our grounding. I draw it on a paper, show you, this is the rune Odal. Can you see it? This is Odal. Can make a picture. And Odal, I want to invite you now to use your body with me, together with me. It's not called mudra in the Druid language. It's called stada for the body language, and Hörnstada, hand holding in the Druid language. And Odal, sorry, Odal, let us take up the inheritance of our ancestors in the most beautiful way. And I prepared it here. At the first, you may stand, go up. No, not sitting, standing. Standing, come out of the chair, lift, and spread your legs. Place the hands. Can you see me?
Yes.
Place the hands, that's the Odal rune. You can always use it above your head with palms together. And you can now imagine the rune Udal flowing in from the top down and balancing inside you. Just a few seconds. Take a deep breath and let Udal come in. And feel the gifts of your ancestors. Feel your freedom. And feel your inner beauty and outer beauty. And if you're ready, you may sit down, enjoy, and we make a hand starter, it's called. Place the tips of the thumbs together, interlocking the fingers at the level of the joints, as so deeply like a lock, like this. You can always do it in nature and in front of your heart. This is the spiritual heart. It's the Thymusdrüse in Germany. This is the place you connect yourself with your ancestor field. And I do have a citat. I thank, and if you want to, you can repeat. I thank my ancestors for their gifts. Their ancestral power creates my future. Maybe we do it once together. I thank my ancestors for their gifts. The ancestral power creates my future. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Astrid. And I would love to invite you in my world of frequencies and symbols and vibrations. I channeled already over 90, almost 100 symbols for the daily use of transformation and rising your vibration. Katrin and I, we did 2 card decks with each 45 symbols, and they look very simple once in a while, but the frequency behind it is very, very powerful, because they these frequencies, they can activate your DNS, and they go in connection with your energy system because of the higher frequency of our Earth, planet Earth, and the frequencies and resonance. So this is the reason why they, on the one hand, looks very simple. This invites you to really be courage to use them in your daily lifetime, and they are easy to paint on your body, or just energize your water with it, or just visualize on your energy system. And as we had our first meeting here on the World Unity Week on Tuesday already, I introduced one symbol. The first symbol I received was the universal balance. And this is the one Katrin and I decided to invite you to use this week if you would like to. Just visualize it in your energy system. But for the day today, I would love to introduce you, because we are talking about all the elements and getting all back connected to whatever we are coming from, and our bodies are coming from the earth, but all the other things and the frequencies. I would love to show you the essence of nature. It's a little bit. And this is the one we had as a day oracle card yesterday on the summer solstice. And this really gets you reconnected to your natural essence. And if you like to, for example, just energize your water, you can take that symbol, or just imagine it in your third eye. You just take that card or the symbol and energize your water with it, and then drink it over the day. You will feel when the water and the information is ready to drink. Or you can just draw it on your arm or something else. Here, I always use the left arm because I'm right-handed. And with this symbol, you just can go into your connection of your essence. And this connects you to all the elements. The water element, if you would like to close your eyes for a minute and just feel that energy. Hope that works. Get in connection with your natural essence. Put all the elements back together in your body, energy, soul, mind, system. Just reconnect to the nature, your natural beauty. You might feel more connected to the spirits, the natural spirits. Just feel it. Let it flow. Let it grow. And feel how your vibrations rise and ground and level up. Thank you for being here.
And I have to interject and just say how incredible you are, Simona. And we're going to hear from Katrin. She's going to take it to the next level. But I just want to say that, you know, Simona channeled a symbol for me, a personal symbol for me. And because I'm someone who's slightly extreme, I tattooed it onto my arm. And I want to say that the change in my being is, you know, because she even asked me a couple of days ago, are you feeling how you feel? You know, of course I already have it tattooed on my arm. I'm going, it's amazing. The awareness, the information in that symbol absolutely has penetrated my being and my way in which I see things and the way in which I'm more conscious and more elevated. I really believe that the information in this symbol she's absolutely spot on. Of course, I sat with it for a while before I tattooed it on my arm, but I just want to say that I work with these cards, and ultimately we know, and those that don't know, you know, who are listening today, that symbols are as old as time. We think of hieroglyphs, we think of, you know, traveling the world and seeing various things that have been marked into the earth, and some say by spaceships, some say, oh, man-made, but ultimately they all carry a frequency. So, you know, it's just such a deep honor. I couldn't wait to meet Simona through Katrin when she told me what she was able to do. And then I received my first deck, and this deck, I will pick a card out and it'll just speak to me in that moment. I'm going through menopause. It'll speak about my nervous system, whether I meditate with it or whether I put it, transform it into the water that I'm drinking. It's very powerful. Not everybody should tattoo anything on anybody's body, but I'm just saying it worked for me.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Deborah.
Yeah, I also prepared something to take this a bit further and go into for all of us into the unification of the 5 elements within us, and then going even further and be surprised what will happen. And we are creating something in this room with all of you who are watching. And I'm really excited to do this. And I invite you to close your eyes, and this is so perfect for Abundance Day. This is just spot on. So perfect. So close your eyes and sit comfortably, or lie or stand wherever you are. And we take a few deep breaths once again and arrive fully in our body. And consciously screw your feet into the earth, or if you're sitting on your chair or on the floor, wherever you are, and really feel the roots growing into Mother Earth. And we take in the element air by breathing, and breathe yourself and feel the pulsation of your energy in connection with the element air and the prana, the ether, the chi floating through your body. And breathe into every cell of your body, consciously address every cell in your wonderful body and breathe into that. And also let all the used air out. To cleanse. And seize your own transformational power on every temporal and spatial level of your being. And if you want to scan through from your head down to your feet and breathe through the body, you will realize that maybe at one point of your body, maybe it's the jaw or the neck or the lower back or the hips, when something is not floating through. And give it an extra breath to let the air float through the body from top down to the feet, and from the feet back to the top of your head. And now, with another deep breath, we will pull up the energy of the element earth from our feet into our whole being. And if you can, smell the earth like the earth smells after the first rain, after a heat wave. And integrate it into your body. And now by taking another deep breath, imagine you're a plant and pulling up the water into yourself. And bringing it up into your whole body. And activate the circulation of the waters of your body in every single cell of your beautiful body. And now, with the next deep breath, we will pull in the element of fire, and pulling this element fire into our hearts. And connect it to the fifth heart chamber, the single point in our body that is really, really, really hot. It's boiling hot, and this is your door to your eternal now, to the universe. Ignite the fire. And now, with the next deep breath, we let the element air float through the body. You can see the flame shaking and the waters moving. When we breathe deeply and bring in the air that keeps us alive with every single breath we take. And now we will pull our breath to the top of our heads, to our crown chakra, and connect with the element ether. And pull in the energy of the ether and the universe into our body and our whole being and the whole energy field, which is so much, much bigger than the limits of our physical body. And I invite you to imagine that all these 5 elements, the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the ether, which contains all the information of the universe, start swirling and circling through your whole energy field, through your body, through the whole huge energy field around you. And let it circle and let it take up speed. And imagine all the colors of the elements. The color of the earth, the brown, the color of the water, the blue, and the green, and the color of the fire, the reds and the oranges and yellows. And imagine the color of the air, white and blue, and the color of the ether, which I like to see in a purple, violet flame. And let all these colors circle through your body and your energy system and take up speed. And as you know, the color white is all colors united. And then we now mix in and create the 6th element. The 6th element, which we are created from, the golden color, the element of love. The 6th element is pure love, and this is what we are. We are created into pure love, out of pure love, and that let this golden love sink into your whole body system, your whole energy system. And from there, let it spread out throughout your whole house, your room, as far as you can reach. And let us all together in this sacred container ripple this element of love out into the world. And I see the color gold as the color of abundance. And love knows no limits. And let, in our imagination, hold hands and make this huge circle of pure love. And pulse this sixth element out into the world, like a ripple to the universe and all over the planet. We can all marinate in this golden love frequency for another moment and anchor in all of those frequencies of the elements, the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the ether, and the element of pure love and the frequency of pure love in our systems. And plant a seed. Like Alexa said beautifully, plant a seed of pure love. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the room and share your experience.
I just have to say, you know, the joy of being held by somebody else in that way, to take us into that space of journeying through all dimensions, is really, again, why I know we all wanted to create this one sanctuary and not feel that we are alone. We all have our practices, you know, but the idea of coming together and sharing our wisdom, our deep connection to source energy in this way, it doesn't matter how many times you've meditated, it doesn't matter how shamanic and how connected, and how we all need each other. And this just reminded me again, I mean, I was about to fall on the floor. I went into such a deep trance. I was like, whoa, whoa, wake up, come back. But the necessity, I think, in this timeline of where we are to connect at that level with each other is just, is so apparent to me. You know, I spoke a little about why we did this one sanctuary. And ultimately, it was really this sisterhood of gift sharing. And it's not about us in any way saying, oh, we know better, so we're here to show you. It's really about you know better, and we're just going to ignite the piece of you that you already know who you are in this lifetime. We're just here to share who we are. And by way of being that mirror, reminding each other of who we are, it gifts us this opportunity to heal the past wounds and heal the pieces of us that are really masking the journey to move forward with this lightness, this deep connection to source. And, you know, just on a 2-second one about why we even said Barbados, is it's actually made from coral stone. And coral, you know, working with different stones, I know Alexa is deeply connected to the earth, and we speak about this often as to what parts we're all playing in this unity, this space, this sanctuary. But coral stone is a massive conduit for transformation. And so I felt, you know, how can we go wrong? We're sitting on an island that already does this for you. And I have profound dreams every time I go to Barbados. So to connect these women and use that spot as our portal to bring in other people to experience not only the magic and the bountiful love vibration that Barbados holds, we get to do who we are as a group and welcome other women and men into that circle for an intensive 5-day reboot to be able to sit in that space, you know, that Katrin just held for us so beautifully, and the wisdom of Astrid and her channel, and Simona with her beautiful gifts of transformation through this symbology, and then of course Alexa with her grounded earth understanding and much more. But I'm just grateful. Again, I just had to throw that in. I'm just like, oh my goodness, just feeling that vibration, you know, it's just so sacred. Summer, again, thank you for allowing us to have that be held here today. It's just really special. And just on a side note, that you can see more of what we're doing as this group continues to unfold and grow. You know, we're just learning every day who we are, what gifts we have to share. We do have a website, which is theonesanctuary.com, and we are on Instagram, and we do lives, and we're offering meditations and various things like today on our One Sanctuary on Instagram. So just wanted to share that. Thank you.
We once, when we have our weekly conversations and planning sessions, we often go into just discussions and conversations about who we are and what we can offer. And I think we should record it every time and just share, because it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask a question to our visitors. What is the feeling, the actual feeling or thought right in this moment for our work and our thoughts and meditation? May you tell something? Because I'm very interested in your sides and in your greatness and in your beauty. Ursula, you write so beautiful things. May you talk something?
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge, like, thank you so much. The chat is literally on fire with all the elements. And for those of you that are here in the room, if you would like to share something, yes, as Astrid, she's definitely calling you to share your voices. I just want to welcome Melanie, Michael, Pat, Tammy, and if you put your camera on, that's going to be a lot easier for us as we're holding this space, sacred space, to see you. Just let us know if you, Melanie, do you want to share something? Okay, that's what I felt. So you popping up there. I just, you can now unmute yourself. There you go.
Thank you. Hello, I want to thank you for this beautiful gift. This was a beautiful meditation. And especially, like, throughout the whole meditation was beautiful, but at the end with the heart, the ripple effect that it went beyond humanity and the multi-dimensions, that the whole universe was just incredible. And with the portal open too and feeling all that light, it's just been an incredible week, and an incredible week with each and one of you guys. I'm so happy to be here with each and one of you. So I want to thank you.
Oh, thank you, Melanie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. Is there anyone else that would like to share? Please just, okay, it looks like Ursula, she's been sharing a lot in the chat. I hope that all of you are receiving the love coming from the chat. I'm just gonna ask you to unmute. You should be able to unmute yourself. Ursula, there we go.
Yes, there it is. Well, ladies, thank you so much. I didn't know what to expect because I haven't been in an all-feminine grouping on this World Unity piece. So it's been a real revelation. And I really appreciate that you hold the signal, you know, of what we truly are as custodians. because surely that makes us distinct from the gentlemen in our lives and on this planet. And that, you know, we hold a signal that's a direct connection with the Great Mother. So we emulate her, don't we? In that we're able to give birth, not just at the physical level, but at the mental level. And that's what I felt from you all today, is this wonderful appreciation that we can give and cause remedy of all the ills that have happened so far in the storyline of the feminine, you know, because our ancestors kept a signal that kept them close to the Great Mother. But we have been really pushed and repressed and, you know, well, I won't go into it, but even mentally haven't had the space to really grow and be the best that we possibly can be until the last 40 or 50 years, really. So I really appreciate that you offer so much remedy in all your different ways, at the level of the blood, at the level of the nerves, at the level of the mentality, at the level of the aura, at the level of the energy that, you know, you're speaking about where the ether comes in. And all of that will help. No matter how many people you influence, the bigger atomic structure that the lady life is, the feminine life really is going to get healed the more we do this work. And I work with a group of women and have been for about 25 years, and we do everything behind the scenes because our work has been more like Deborah was saying, you know, it's from the Unseen Worlds platform. So we cause a beacon into the Unseen Worlds platform and hope that, well, we know it does work, and that it will continue to strengthen all those who need that extra Unseen World support. And you are definitely the ladies who are doing a lot on the front side, right on the front line, on the leading edge, facing all those different psychologies and all those emotional tornadoes, and as well as the joy that people bring when they come to your workshops, you know. So I really want to thank you very much for the work you do. And maybe sometime, if you feel you can, have a look at the feminenza.org website, and you'll get a little impression of what we've been doing. But we will be opening up more to do with the divine feminine in the years to come. And I suppose maybe we have a distinction in that because we've worked at the different lives that we really are. You know, we've decided and we've discovered that you're not just a female with all the languishing and the joy. You're not just a woman with all the management and the, you know, 360-degree mental perceptions, but you're also the lady who's got this vast experience she can call on from her own life as well as from all those ancestors. And then you're also what Jean Houston calls the intellectual life, the higher life that connects you to the universe, you know. So there are all these lives, and they're so precise and they're so specific, and it gives me a great joy to know that we'll open that more and more into the world, because it gives easement, and that's our way of remedying what's been happening to the feminine life, and with our possibility of connecting to this connection.
Thank you so much, Ursula.
Thank you.
We are all very, very much connected to the divine feminine, and having been in various circles of women, I'm so grateful, because I can speak for me that it was in the recent years when I went on to my personal spiritual journeys, it was always women who hold that space and who supported me in going forward on that road. For example, Liz, who's just joining very late, but here she is.
Hi, Liz.
I am so disappointed. First, I thought I was in the room at 11 my time. I'm on Central Time. Then Katrin said 1, and so I thought she meant Central. So here I am an hour late. And I'm so sad to have missed it, because I know this group of women, and I will listen to the replay. Anyway, so glad to be here with you for this short time.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We will have a replay for sure. I will share it. Yeah, we have Alexa will share our closing prayer.
Yeah. Oh, were you going to say something else?
Oh, I just want to say
go
this
ahead.
is amazing. This has been incredible. And I shared in the chat, but I want to say it out loud. And Liz, please know that the golden pure love got to you in the last hour or two. You were not away from it. We are all connected. And I just think this is such an extraordinary example of the power of coming together, especially through healing. And as we are here for World Unity Week and this taste of the new earth rising, I feel like this is such an extraordinary example as all of you found each other and realize and represent that we are stronger and more abundant generators when we are collaborating together. And so I just really want to thank you for being that and really like extraordinary receiving of healing and clarity, such clarity from all of you. And I do feel like this, I'm excited for more of this awareness, as we are not needing to be in silos anymore. We need each other. And this is such an example. And so thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before I say the prayer, I just wanted to add something to that concept, to the gold. And my experience and the truth of gold is the result of alchemy, right? And it is something that isn't spoken about as much, but it's very much gone through the path we have to traverse to experience that alchemy is actually also facing our own layers of grief, of what isn't working, of what hurts, of what enrages us, of what, and I think that that's something that, Katrin, you said the smell and the sense of the rain after the dry, and there is this book that I'm obsessed with, and the concept is, it's called The Smell of Rain on Dust, and it talks all about grief. It talks about grief and praise, and that they are needed for each other to we need our grief in order to experience what we love, and in order to experience true abundance. And grief is an alchemical process, and it's not one that's talked about as much, but I know for a fact that most of the women and men in my life that are the most vibrant and alive and golden have walked through that space in their own experience. And so thank you all for walking through your own alchemical process. Each one of you here, I can feel that. And there are plenty of people more on the planet that are entering that space. There are plenty that are afraid to go. There are plenty that have already passed through. And so I'm thankful for all of the positions that we are in where we can show up for one another. So that felt like a really important addition to that color essence of gold, is that is that. So giving grief space is gold. Yes. I love that, Summer Joy. Yes, you said it. So with that, I will close us with this beautiful prayer that has been slightly adapted by us, but was found somewhere in the social media realms, I think, as a meme, I'm sure. So it's just perfect, and we've added to it. And so let's just close our eyes and land all of this Shakti and this energy and strength into our beings. So we'll just close our eyes and pause for a moment, and we'll bathe in that golden, bathe in the gold. And know that each one of us holds a golden thread that we are weaving through the collective, through our own lives. And we always have access to that golden thread to stitch what we need to stitch in the moment, and to invoke the remedy, as you said, Ursula. Thank you. That's, yes, the remedy of the moment. That's such a beautiful. And so pausing for a moment and just really, really acknowledging that golden thread that you hold. And that at any point, we may access it like a magic wand to apply to the moment at hand. And the prayer is that of remembrance. Remember that you, me, we are water. Cry, flow, release. Remember that you, me, we are fire. Transmute, adapt, ignite, inspire. Remember that you, me, we are air. Observe, breathe, focus, decide. Remember that you, me, we are earth. Ground, heal, build, nourish. Remember that you, me, we are ether. Connect to the universe, the field of all wisdom, knowledge, universal energy, our ancestors. Remember that you, me, we are pure love. Love is the base frequency of all life. Remember that golden thread. And may we apply it with discernment, with clarity, with gentleness when necessary, and with strength. In loving remembrance, in the spirit of aloha, that one breath that connects us all, in all of the namaste, ahoma takuyasen, and all of the other ways in which we say we are one. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
This was so beautiful, Alexa. I'm just
I'm a little crying as
floating
well.
away.
I was crying in yours too. I was crying. So good.
The gentleness that I feel, the gentleness in this group, in this meeting, is just so tangible, and so the frequency that I wish for everyone on a daily basis at all times. It's just so beautiful. So it's just so beautiful. Is it? I'm without words, which is very rare. Thank you so much.
We waited for thousands of years for this moment.
True. Let's do that really fast. I love that, Summer Joy, because it's our hands being an extension of our heart. Let's finish with that, right? Like these emanations of everything that we are. out. I feel like that's such a great way to finish. Oh, it's such a beautiful image too. Looking
let me just make a screenshot.
wow.
sorry.
I don't know how to do it.
And we're gonna miss your hands. Okay.
Yeah,
I
One
know.
hand,
Then I'll
Simone.
take
One hand.
One with your hands up, Simone.
And then I don't reach the
Make a
combination of
screenshot with the elbows.
There you go. She's got it.
You get it?
One.
I'll take one.
One.
Here, hold on. Keep your hands up, all of you.
Yeah, it would work if you took it, Summer. It would work with the
Right.
moon behind, the earth behind you. It's
Yes,
perfect.
yes. Here, let me actually kind of.
Yes, beautiful.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Let me do it again. Shoot. I only got half. One more time.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I'll send you that.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes.
Amazing, ladies.
We don't want to end. Stay forever.
It's like
Oh,
a
it
minute,
is one
it's a minute
sanctuary.
away from 11:11 in Pacific Standard Time right now. Just
minute.
saying. Just about a minute from 11:11.
Am
We're
I
just-
allowed to
we're just
share
beginning.
something?
Yes.
Am I allowed to share something? I received 3 symbols through that time here.
Oh,
And
that's
one of
awesome.
them is yours, Summer.
Really? You
Yes.
really? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. What is it?
Not showing yet.
Really?
Wait a second.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can share another one. This is the one for ether. Can you see that?
To go
You have to
closer.
hold it in front of your heart.
I'm going to put you on spotlight so we can really take in what you're bringing in here. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey,
interesting.
Mhm.
Ah,
Okay.
interesting. Hexagon.
Is that a brand new symbol? Like when you say that you have a
like
symbol, did you just
a berg crystal. Berg crystal, very interesting.
True.
Simone?
Sorry.
Is it Simone? Simone? Excuse me if I've pronounced it wrong.
It's okay. No,
Simone.
it's okay. Simone, Simona, whatever it is in English. I'm
beautiful.
fine with that.
When you, if you don't mind me asking, you just said, okay, I've got 3 symbols. Was that something beyond the deck that you just shared with us?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
yeah. That's how it happens.
She makes it up on the spot. It comes in. It's like a channel that she's
Yeah.
definitely connected to that comes in. And it's not just the symbol, it's also the information that she's gifted once she has the symbol. So she's also given words to accompany the meaning of the symbol. It's profound. It's profound. Because when she did mine, I went, wait, what? You'd have to know me on some level to
Yeah.
want to even say the things you're saying. And she said that she channeled it thinking it might be for her. Then she went, this is not for me. And then she connected with me after she'd already channeled the symbol. And she said, I have your symbol. It's just profound. I love it. These women, very honored.
I'm totally open to the symbol that you just said you have for me. I mean, if you want to share it here or offline or however,
No,
whatever.
yeah, well, you will get it as anyhow, but I have to check on 2 little things on it if it's right or if I have to change something.
Wow.
I'll draw it.
You'll draw it? Wait.
I'll draw it for you, and Simone will channel the soul message that comes with it. Be patient.
Wow. I'm such a future tripper. It's so I'm like, but I'll wait. I'm patient too.
Yeah, you have to. You have to wait.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Remember, Summer, it
Yeah.
holds information. So it's not just read it out loud and then there's your symbol. It
Right.
actually holds a frequency that really is about aligning yourself with that message. And that's why, and I make it sound light that I tattooed it on my arm, but it was months later, after really connecting to the message, I recognized that, because they have offered in this deck is that you can draw any of these symbols. They say specific which ones to draw on your body. So you're basically allowing that information to permeate into your system. So when she had channeled mine, and the best is the visual of it wasn't maybe as exciting as I was hoping. And I was like, oh, it looks like, you know, whatever it looks like. And then I went, oh, but the meaning. And so I did my version of, like, as in scaled it to the size that felt appropriate for me to tattoo it on my arm, which is part of a bigger conversation here. There's a whole bunch of.
Want to share it?
It's all to do with the actual symbol is right there. Okay. Oh. So this is the star system. This is when I was born. This is the arrow is, sorry, it's difficult to show because it's like anyways, there's, oops. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, so yeah, it's a whole, there's the grandfather sun, the grandmother moon, where the stars were when I was born, the date and time, and then the arrow, which is my Sagittarius energy. But then my symbol is right there. So I get stopped all the time. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I have another tattoo further down here, basically speaking that we are liquid love in physical bodies, and it is life itself to adore the most beautiful and most powerful vessel, which is you, through which source energy flows. You are God, you are creator. And to bring it all together, I put these symbols and such, and now I get stopped a lot. It's very bizarre, but there's a frequency. I thank Simona for the joy of allowing me to have my own symbol and then use it. You know, I work with these symbols all the time, so it's powerful stuff.
Well, I'm really excited too, because I have only one tattoo, and it's an anchor on my right back calf. But I just got a bodywork session, and the man was like, what is that tattoo? Because whatever the story is attached to that, it's like a ball and chain for you. You need to change that. You need to get rid of that. Your whole entire right side is being pulled down. And I was like, oh, I need to talk to Simone and change it. But you know what's amazing? It's an anchor. And so I changed it. Now I've been changing it, drawing it by hand, there's this Magdalene cross that is, you know, it's an anchor, but also has a heart and 3 tridents. And now, so I changed the anchor to this, and it's incredible that when I draw on it, I'm going to do it like officially, I'll change it. But when I draw that new symbol, which I did today before this call, I'm drawing it often. What happens in my life is so different. The first day I redrew it, I ran into a woman that I'd only met once, and she decided to sit down and tell me all about the divine father and give me this meditation and, like, you know, help me to recalibrate to this beautiful divine masculine feminine union Magdalene energy. And it was so interesting because I was wearing that essence. So I just speak to the power of this, and I'm very excited to also have a symbol.
Well, and if you receive it by yourself, it's even more worth, right? I mean, you are able to receive whatever it serves you.
That's the sign of a good teacher right there, that you just gave it back to me. Thank you. It's very important.
You're welcome.
That's
and
right.
To receive your gift as well. But thank
Can't
you.
wait to really have you.
I know. I feel that's so important, that that's always been you know, with all of, it's important that we can that we're constantly giving each other their power back. And you just did that in front of everyone. And I think that that's really, really beautiful. And that was natural from you. And I love, that's so important. And I choose to surround myself with that type of person at all times. And so thank you for demonstrating that.
No words. No word need.
I know we've kind of gone beyond of whatever time and space we're in at this point, floating here with all of you. thank you so much for this incredibly generous healing time with all of you. Just really, really, Deborah, wow, deep bows to you, sister, your journey. And to start with the Women of the White Buffalo Film Project support through, I think it was 3 World Unity Weeks ago, to here we are in this context, in your relationship with Katrin. And, thank you, Katrin, for bringing that film and all of what now is, I'm seeing that film available to be seen on massive mainstream platforms. I just really want to acknowledge your journey, and with the women, the Lakota women that came into circle with us, with Liz, and there's just so much care that never stopped, ever. And I know Rita got to be with you all with the film, and what is that town? Somewhere in Colorado.
Aspen.
In Aspen?
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I have to say, I just want to add something, is that we did this together, and we did have Delicina Chief Eagle and Sunrose Ironshell, both women featured in the film Women of the White Buffalo. And we were still trying to get to that last push right before the film came out. And I still had to raise money because it was a donation-based film. It was made by donations only. And I'm telling you, this gathering, and Katrin and I have spoken about this since, your prayers and the energy of the group had me raise that money within a week after the gathering was complete. I raised all the money I needed. I had a couple of silent donors, plus we'd had something up online for anybody on Facebook, and just really gifting other people an opportunity to support the people, the women who were in the film. So this connection was so powerful. It was so powerful. The prayers, we sat with several other Indigenous women from Australia, from Hawaii, we had a Navajo medicine woman, and we did a lot of stuff online, and then we went offline, and then we did prayers, and everyone spoke and sang in their language. I was in that moment where I'm just like, how did I end up in this room? It was so unbelievably beautiful and powerful, and the medicine and that connection, that sisterhood, it worked, and we raised the money. So I just really, again, that's why you get to see it on these major platforms, because really everyone came together and they jumped in and supported. And the film has been seen by really, I believe, hundreds of thousands of people. I mean, it's different when you press a button, but I do, as far as how many people have pressed the button, but I do know that a lot of those people who press buttons were in gatherings of 20 people, 30 people, even in some cases 200-300 people. So it's definitely been seen by so many. And then it was spoken about by the New York Times and the LA Times. And we got to be on a couple of very prominent news channels because it was released during the MMIW week. So it's been an immense journey. I'm so grateful for every moment in it. And I'm so grateful that I get to move, forward and onward with all of that medicine that I was gifted, and now getting to work with all of you in a different capacity of healing. So it's an incredible journey I'm very grateful for. And thank you, really, Summer, you and Katrin and the women. And of course, Elizabeth coming in late, but you were so part of that as well. So really, I bow to all of you for selflessly wanting to show up for all of those women who are featured in Women of the White Buffalo. So thank you. And me, of course, and me. Thank you.
Deborah, I just thank you for sharing that, because it's not always possible to circle back and go, oh my gosh, you remember that circle we did together? And then to talk about how it truly has impacted and supported in it. Here we are in this circle, and I look forward to the day years ahead that we look back on this circle and be able to talk, like Deborah just did, about how it's actually really making a change. And oh my goodness, the one sanctuary, we are, you know, doing amazing work all over the world, Barbados, like whatever it is that you're all wishing to contribute to the world at this time. I really look forward to those moments that we can really go, oh, wow, this really does matter when we come together in circle like this, and the power of World Unity Week, and the abundance in our prayers of being together. And I just wanted to pull in Liz, because she really, her and I, you know, co-hosting that space together. Is there anything you want to voice and share about the just abundance of wow going on here at this moment?
Very, very similar thoughts that you're having, Summer. And I think there are two things to really take away. And one is the power of women coming together. And it doesn't have to be hundreds and thousands. You know, we want that, but look at this. Look how many are here. I don't know how many. I recall, you know, Deborah and Katrin, but, you know, there couldn't have been more than maybe 20 women on that call. You know, it's not like there were 100 women on the call. And so exactly that, to see the impact, the power we have in coming together, especially when we come from a place of love and support of each other. And then I have to bow to Summer and John and the Sign Network, because that also, and World Unity Week, but that also is allowing for a profound spreading of the messages that we have. So I just want to speak to the rise of the divine feminine. This is how it's going to happen. It starts like this. Do not be concerned if only a few people are showing up for that event you're hosting or sitting in the room with you. The power is palpable. So let's just go for it and change the world.
So much, Liz.
Heather.
Heather.
Sister, cosmic beloved community, circle room, sister, what's happening inside you right now? Anything you want to share as we kind of come to a close loosely? I could stay here forever, but
I share from the depths of my heart immense gratitude and appreciation for all of your medicine. And I am experiencing the frequency of abundance in a whole new realm because of what you all shared today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I have set an intention to be with you in November. And interestingly enough, that same time frame in 2022, I was in Mexico on an adventure, Dark Night of the Soul grief retreat. Exact same timing. So I find that to be very serendipitous, and also a wink from my ancestors in the universe that perhaps I get to be with you all in Barbados. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So beautiful, so sacred. I feel held and nurtured by the Divine Mother and the way that each of you bring her through. Thank you. Aho.
So it's November 4th through November 10th in Barbados. Can you please share with us more about what that's about?
I can just give you a couple of, oh, go ahead.
I just want to respond right on the back of what you just said, Heather, because what I feel in terms of what the essence of what this is going to be is, you say that in that same timeline you were kind of cracking open, as what I would hear in the grief space. And it's amazing because the imagery that was chosen for this is a woman fully cracked open, but with gold emanating out of her. And so to me, it just landed, and I was like, that's what we're doing. We're filling these cracks with the gold nectar that we just invoked. Because it's one thing to crack open, but it's another thing to let that gold fill all those cracks and let us become new emanations of the one, if you will. So that's one thing. Just wanted to throw that in there. Just landed.
No, it's perfect. I mean, the One Sanctuary is really an advanced retreat. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm obsessed with that statue. I'm obsessed with that statue. So I created the energy of the beach in Barbados with her cracking open, and she's in gold. She symbolizes all women, but the idea was to create a healing space to align with those who are really wanting to elevate their work here on this planet. It was a way in which we could bring 5 women together who all have their gifts to bring to the table, and to sit on, like I said, Barbados, on an island that helps transmute and transform all of our consciousness, whether you like it or not. That's what Barbados does, as far as I'm concerned. I've had that experience. But to have a container that would allow for us to work one-on-one. We only have space for 20 people to come and join us, and we would be working with the sunrise and the sunset, in movement, in dance, in meditation, and really in working with the unseen world, which today we got a little taste of, sort of journeying off through the portals of meditation, and with Katrin and Astrid and their work together, and of course the symbology that we've spoken about, and the earthiness and the groundedness with the movement and the body work. It's really to transform the veil. I feel like we all have this ability to see. We all have this understanding and this deep knowledge within all of us, and it's just to remove that veil, so that we can see clearer those parts that need to be transmuted, removed, and to be filled with that light that is waiting, that unconditional consciousness that surrounds all of us, that love frequency that supports all of us on a daily basis. There's so many blockages that doesn't allow that to come in and permeate us, because of sickness, dis-ease, trauma, whatever it may be that's stuck in our system. So the women are really here to support the clearing of that, so that we can really be in our most powerful, most dynamic being, and walk through that veil, and then leave refreshed, renewed, and remembered, that we remember that who we truly are. I hope that's a good enough description. There's so much, because I think that's a kind of a limited amount of information, because it's so big. If you know how, we all work together to create this, even I'm excited to see what I learn and what comes through for me as I'm able to hold space on this journey as a channel. So yeah, we'll see what unfolds, but there's more on our website, The One Sanctuary. So theonesanctuary.com. And if you follow us on our Instagram, we are constantly throwing things up. We're just doing. We're in the doing. There's no, the preparation of it is really so heartfelt. It's just, we want to come across as clear and as authentic and as in our truth as possible in all things. And so as we're getting to know one another, the footprint is slowly being laid in front of us. We're just doing what we're being told to do by the greater voice, the greater love cosmos that surrounds all of us. So yeah, that's it for now. There'll be more revealed.
And in the chat, Katrin just reminded of the Japanese repair technique, which is called how do you say it? Kintsugi? Kintsugi, where
filling the cracks with gold.
Filling the cracks, and as a broken pot. And pottery itself is incredibly elemental. It requires everything in order for it to come to be, it's really, really like symbolic. And it's saying, like, to me, it's saying like, yeah, maybe it's broken, but maybe it's also more beautiful now that we can, like, and that combination with hands that are required in order to repair it or put it back together, where it's like creating something fully new. Something else to add on the back of what you said, Deborah, was it's something also, this retreat is something also about coming and receiving our gifts and then remembering your gifts through that process. It's like, yeah, we're here to, like, hey, this is what we found, and this is what's now coming through me, and let us help you find yours and what wants to come through you. That's really what I feel like we're gonna be doing.
There's just one more thing I want to add. In Japan, such a repaired bowl, for example, is considered much more valuable than the intact one. This is it. And just to, one more thing about the one sanctuary is that the whole is more than the sum of the single pieces. And we will see what will evolve out of this.
Yeah. May it all be so. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else that wants to be said before we transition to more abundance?
I just want to say thank you to Ursula, because when I check over into that comment box, I'm like, whoa, you are just like all this wisdom, all this support, all this sight. The power of your sight is incredible. It's so nice to meet you. And thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just keep checking like what's she saying now, multitasking. So I want to honor that, that you. And so thank you.
Thank you, Summer, for hosting this beautiful place, for your convergence room, the sacred container, and Heather Elizabeth for co-hosting during this week. Without you both, it wouldn't be possible for us to be here. And so, as a closing word, thank you to you.
Ich möchte noch in Deutsch was sagen, in German. We are the strongest I am. Wir sind das stärkste Ich bin. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much again.
And stop recording.